Hi friends. Hey, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about highlighting and contouring and the products that I use and how I apply them and how I use them, and what they're for. But I'm going to use the back of my hand today just to show you the texture and how I blend them and just give you some pointers. And then what I'm going to be doing later on is I'm going to come on camera with half of my face done and the other half undone, and then apply the rest of my makeup so that you can see exactly what I do to get this look. Now, there's really no right or wrong way to use makeup. I know you're going to go online. You can see all kinds of everybody's opinions and how to do it, how not to do it. But you know what? If you like it, if it looks good, if it makes you feel good, then that's the way you should do it for yourself. So let's just jump right in here. I'm going to just I've got all of my contours and highlighters and all of this right here. So I'm not going to be putting them in any specific order. I'm just going to go right down the row and show you what they are and what they do and how to blend them and how to use them. So the first one I have is this. It's the Match wand. Now they come in a green and a yellow. I'm just going to show you what I use right now. The green one is, I believe it's called Pistachio. That's to hide any redness that you might have if you have a breakout or a blemish. But I don't, so I'm just going to show you what I do. And this one happens to be the Gelato, and the Gelato is a yellow color. And now I use that to lighten and brighten areas of my face that I want to brighten. And normally it's around the eye area. And let me show you. I think you can probably see it, but it's around the eye area. And all I do is put a little bit here, and I'm going to put a line right here so you can see that color. Now, there's a couple ways you can blend this. You can blend this with your finger. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I use a sponge. It just depends. In this case, since it's around the delicate area on my eye, I will use a sponge. Now, these makeup sponges, never use them dry. You dampen them, squeeze out the excess water, and you use them softened with the water. Now, because I use a sponge under the eye area, it's the delicate skin under the eye, and you don't want to pull on that because then it's going to break down, and then you're going to create more wrinkles and more sags and so on. So here it is on my hand, and all I do is take my makeup sponge and I just pat that, and you'll see it will just blend right in, and you'll see a lighter area. Now you can see that that's lighter in there than it was before, but that's what you do. You just pat that in, and that's going to lighten that up. Then the next one is a contour. Now this one, I use this a lot. This is another Magic's wand, and this one is a darker color. It's so used. The name is gone, but I use it in several shades darker than my own skin, and I use that for contouring, like at the temple, up here, around the sides of my nose. And what that does, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it just makes you look like you've got a little more color, and that's what I like to do. So anyway, let's go next to that, and that's how dark it is. And now this one, I will use my finger and blend. Now you're going to see a difference here too. So you can just pat this and just blend this in just like this. Now there's a lot for this area, so I put a little bit too much on, but you can kind of see the contour shade next to the lighter shade over here. So you have the highlighter, which is the blending of the yellow one, and then the contouring shade. And it's kind of, my face obviously isn't this bumpy without this, but I'm just showing you, giving you the idea on how you use these contour shades and highlighting shades, okay? So you can see here's lighter and here's the darker. And then this is for under my eye area, directly under my eye. Now the yellow one I use at the outer part and up, okay? And this will lift. Light colors lift, dark colors hide. And so this one right here, I use underneath, directly underneath my eye. And you don't need a lot of this. This is the cream concealer that comes with a sponge wand. And all of this is available online. So I'm just going to do a little bit because a little goes a long way. So I'm just going to put a little dot right there. And again, I like to use the sponge because I don't want to damage that skin under my eye. So you just use the sponge and this will, whoops, I'm totally missing it. Pat this right in just like this. And then you can see that the lighter, how it lightens up right here in that area by using the sponge. And that's going to lighten it up underneath your eye area. If you have dark circles, that's where you're going to put that and apply that. Then the next one, I love this stick. This is the FMG Love stick. This is the Colors of Love. It's a glow balm. It's a duo ended with the bronzer on one end and a highlighter on the other. And let me show you those. Those are really nice. I will put the highlighter up here. And now where I like to do those is at the top of my cheekbone, right up through here. I like to put it around my lip area to make my lips look fuller. Okay, and whoops, let me put this, don't know which one I'm putting on where. And then this, I will use my fingers to lightly pat this color in and blend it into. Now remember, I have my foundation on first. Some of them will put all this on underneath the foundation, but you want to be careful and not move that around. And it works just as well on top because it will blend into your foundation. And so there you can see the highlighter right there. And it's not like a very obvious or stripe. As you can see, it just picks up the light. And you can see that this over here picks up the, whoops, right here picks up the light for underneath the eye area. And this is your contouring shade. And then the next one, let's see. Oh, I want to show you the bronzer. I love the bronzer. Now I will put the bronzer on the tops of my cheekbones. Okay. We're going to put this underneath and there you can see the bronzer right there. And it's more or less catches the light. I really, really like this bronzer. And so here it is here. And again, I just use my fingers to warm that up and pat that in. You can use a sponge if you want to, but there you see that, the bronzer, okay? Next, this is, I love this stuff. It comes in two colors. This one happens to be the flesh colored or the pink one, and then there's a blue one. And they have their own particular names. This is Expert Color Primer for Eyes. The writing is so small I can't see it, but this is the original one, I believe. And then there's a blue, a light silvery blue one, which is pretty. I kind of go back and forth. What this is for, this is your eyeshadow primer, and you're going to put this all over your eyelid. And I pat it in with my fingers, and this is going to set your eyeshadow so it doesn't move, it doesn't crease. And let me just show you this. Okay, where did I put it? Okay, right here. Now you can see it right there. And I will use my fingers and blend this. And I just use my ring finger because that's the weakest finger on your hand. So you don't want to pull that area. Always use your ring finger around your eyes anyways. And then I will just pat this in. And you can wear this alone. You don't have to wear eyeshadow over it if you don't want to. It's just a nice little highlighter too when you use it alone. And you can see that there. Okay. And then you just let that set for a second or two, and then you can go ahead and put your eyeshadow on. And then after I have done all of that, I like to set it with powder, a translucent powder, but then I will also get my bronzer out and I will use this contoured brush and I will put it along the jawline down here so that it makes this look, you know, it just kind of, it's basically, let me just say this, that all of your makeup, your contours and your highlighters are nothing more than an illusion. You create the look that you want. You want to accentuate your cheekbones and your eyes and so on. That's what the makeup does. It accentuates and it highlights or it hides areas that you want to minimize. So anyway, here's the bronzer and I just pat this in here like this. I don't use a whole lot of it, and then I'll go around my entire outer face and underneath here, maybe a swipe on my cheekbones. But look, this is just a bronzer, and you can see the bronzeness. Is that a word? Bronzeness? Anyway, it gives it a nice bronze glow, especially in the wintertime. This is a good thing to use so that you don't look all washed out after you've used your sun-kissed tan from the summer. Okay, that's it. And then what I will use at night to take off my makeup are either or. There's the oil, or the oil base, or there's the lotion base. And they both do an amazing job on taking off your waterproof makeup. We have other products too, but currently I'm using these, as you can see. And you just put, I'll just use this one because I don't want the oil running off, but you just put a little bit on here. That was like a lot. This is enough for my whole entire face. So you're going to put that on, and then you just rub this around right in here, just like this. And you rub it all around on your face as well. You can take a washcloth, or you can use tissue if you want to, however you want to do it. But I do a double cleanse. I will use this, and then I will use the foaming cleanser after I've done this to just do a double cleanse, just because I want to make sure that my pores are super, super clean. And then you just wipe this off, and all of that makeup is all off. And I really like these products. Plus, it leaves your skin super, super soft and moisturized. And the one that I use is the facial cleansing lotion right here. This is the Rice Water Bright facial cleansing lotion. Love it. I love the oil too. And like I said, I will go back and forth. And then this is what I'm going to be using tonight. This is the Extra Strength Retexturizing Peel Pads. I love these peel pads. This is like an exfoliator, and there are these little pads right in here. They look like this, and you just wipe this all over your face, in the crevices here in your nose to get out the dead skin cells. And this retexturizes your face and takes off all of those dead skin cells and gets your face perfectly back into shape. And then you put on your moisturizers or your serums and your moisturizers and so on. And that is all I have. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Be watching, because I'm going to do the video where I'm going to have half of my face done, and the other half I'm going to show you how I've used all of these. And that's it. And you guys have a great weekend, and make it sunshine inside, even though it's raining, kind of cloudy outside. So talk to you soon, you guys. Bye-bye.